say Manu didn't say dear, meaning say be variable call. Moda years so dear. Because at a limit year, a more do ye. Said but I'm not person on a busy one.
I don't like.
Oh, I have to make.
Has that got to do with what you want to discuss here today? No, but you should ask me this off air. I don't like it when you ask me on air. I don't have any answer for that.
You don't. Oh, Mate.
Okay, you know, story in the day. You remember me to. Yesterday, we all would testify to the fact. Say Ghana Black Stars, me kasa namba. Ghana Black Stars for omo last match. Na match now was asking, why would you even waste your time, waste resources? Because going to that place, now I'm sure said the kind of money they wasted on those people. And yes, but I got to learn say protocols near saying rules and regulations be they can't decide say they wouldn't play the football. When a press conference was held and a Ghanaian journalist asked Otto Addo if he's truly a coach. And the main kasa pins young go share video no. A share video ni we are na ya pensem with DJ Cham.
Are you really a certified coach or you are just a trainer scout? I just want to know. Okay, let us get. Are you really a coach with certificate as coach or you are just a trainer scout?
If you want to, you can ask the third time or fourth time. But if you want to, I can also answer.
Okay, answer me.
Continue. Because you asked twice.
What?
You want third time? You can ask the question again.
No, the first one, are you ready to apologize to Ghana? And for your posture, and I'm not sure you are ready.
No.
And the second one is, are you really a coach, like certified coach, or you are a trainer scout? Because you resign as Kapa. Why are you not resigning here? Can I answer?
A few moments later.
President asked me because Ghana was having Germany in the group if I could scout for him in Germany because I was living in Germany to show him the strength and the weaknesses. So I did this in 2014. 2014 for 6 months. I watched every match Germany played to prepare to see appear for the World Cup in 2014 in Brazil. This is 6 months of scouting for Ghana. Only for Ghana. Nobody else asked me. Only for Ghana I scouted. 6 months. So I did so I started 37 and now 49. 12 years of coaching. 12 years of coaching and 6 months of scouting. Now I'll ask you, what am I? And during the scouting also I was coaching. I never stopped. What am I?
Well, then I think you scouting is better than you coaching.
Exactly.
Okay, so you are good at scouting than coaching. Okay. You are coaching, you are not good at that.
Okay.
Okay, so this Ghanaian journalist criticized Black Star coach Otto Addo, stating he's not a qualified coach, rather he's good at scouting after Ghana's failure to qualify for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Now the question is, this is like a teacher teaching a student. Students need idea. There is no way we would blame the teacher. Is that not it? Or what is the teacher's fault? Say
don't say that.
I shouldn't say that.
Oh,
yes. So me, I feel say Kwesi Appiah, he was also sacked. But so are you trying to say he was also not doing well? He was doing well. So I feel say question markets our players no so. This are the what you see.
Maybe from my own understanding, I'm not trying to get you. As you said, teachers play 90% roles in our lives, even though we students also have our part to play. But then when the teacher doesn't teach you well, trust me, when they set the questions for you, find it very difficult.
Okay, so if a teacher doesn't teach you well, let me ask you a question here. Did Kwesi appear not do well in coaching them?
He did his part.
He did his part.
Did
Otto Addo not do well in coaching
he's
them?
Also doing his part.
Also doing
yes,
his
he's also doing his part. But you see.
So what? Wait, sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. Kwesi Appiah is now coaching Sudan.
Different, yeah.
What was different about Black Stars? What was different about Sudan?
There is nothing different between us.
So it means there's a question mark on Black Stars.
Yes, there is something somewhere. It's not about we changing coaches.
Yeah,
like
and
the way we
it's also not
dresses.
about the coach.
And yes, it's not about the coach. There is something behind the scene we don't know. Okay. We know the Black Stars. I know, even though I'm not much into football, and I didn't actually take time or like have time to watch football unless it has to do with Ghana football. And then to talk about Ghana football, I didn't watch much though. But then I can say that those days, Ghana football was one of the best. I mean, when we are talking about African football, you cannot count best African countries in football and you won't count Ghana. Yeah. We have the best players. Sorry. And anytime they go on field, they make sure they deliver their best. And then they do everything to heal the country and then bring out their best. But here lies the case where we are seeing something different altogether. Some people are saying the team has been cursed, which I don't actually believe the team has been cursed. See, the problem is from the top. We cannot be changing coaches whilst the management team are still there. And they are giving orders. For me, I believe they should sack everybody from the top to the down. They should sack everybody. They should ban the team. And then they should make sure, for now, they should ban the team. They should reset the team. You see, Ghana football was the best, as I said earlier on. But what's happening now? We change coaches. We refuse to look at the main problem. We are refusing to take responsibility, like to know that this is actually it's not that they don't know. They know this is actually the problem, but they don't want to go about it, or they don't want to do anything about it. Football is not like only coming on the field to play. It entails a lot. Now, the first question we should ask ourselves is that why is it that the guy they gave the captain to, what's his name, Kudus? Why is it that Kudus and the other players, when they go out there to play, they perform very well, they even score goals for them? Why is it that when they come to Ghana, it's a different thing altogether? For me, I believe that when you are playing for your country, it's your country. I'm a Ghanaian. So when I'm doing something that will actually bring a name to Ghana, I do it from within. But you see, it can change when you don't treat me well. It's not only about football, but even in other sectors, if you don't treat the workers well, they won't bring the best out of them. That same thing applies to football. See, when we have time to interview these footballers, and if they are not afraid, some of them, they might intimidate them not to speak the truth, and they want to tell you the truth, like what they are going through. You will actually know that it's not from the players. Certain mistakes they are doing that doesn't make sense. It's causing all this. So the best thing is that they should sack the whole team from. Your friend is a cat, crew, and I said they should sack all the team plus the coach. They should ban the team for now, and then they should reset. Like, they should make sure whatever is the problem, they should solve it. Because I saw a colleague of mine yesterday after the football. He was like, Ghana football is now rice and beans. It's mixed up. Like, you see, we are not so good in athletes. Yesterday I was telling you, when it comes to swimming competition, like throwing those javelins and stuff, and I was saying because of the banquet we are eating, our bones cannot be those kind of flexible, like when it comes to that side. But then when we talk of football, Ghana, oh no, very bad. It's very bad. Like, we are saying it for like a joke, but then it's very, very bad. It's very, very, to the extent that the countries we don't expect them to score us
Are the
ones scoring us. And you know, even though we know yesterday it won't get anywhere, whether they score us or we score them, we are still not qualified.
Yeah.
But at least show something. Let us know that even though we are not qualifying,
they scored though. They scored.
they scored. How come at the end of it or they scored us again? 2-1.
Black Stars from Musubano.
2-1. So I think there is something somewhere that they are not actually telling us from the top to the down. Because whatever it is, if the management are actually bad and they are not doing their work well, they will actually mess up the team. And you see, we should do away with politics. I'm sure there is some kind of politics that is being used to buttress all this kind of stuffs, and we are not allowing the right people to come and play. You see, just as the way we employ people that are not actually fit for the work, it's same applies to football. So said the Ghana football is something else. It's very painful.
All right.
Very, very painful.
Thank you very much, DJ.
I imagine with the Black Stars. Oh, what said the other time? Now, yeah, Tamamoni Angola Kobo match. No, we can be say. I said I'm a post teacher. They don't play in role. 70-30.
17 in your mind,
17. Student. No.
Okay.
30%. No.
That's for the teacher.
Yes, for the teacher. So what I say because the Americans are they say, "Walk around, a whole day to learn on your own." So what I say. It is a you find say teacher back class while me try there and no interest won sunya there. E wo so sunya there. You find cock ball ni. Coach ni beti match and obey ni nya. Ba players look go gina park and so what. So what I say. A teamwork. So man come one. ATF team no. E was so now we united. So what I say. Communication ekoso. Selfishness mu yi film. And no born me here. Kudus boy or boy kunya penalty or come a pass a crack and go bit me aba. Selfish or paso koshegu and ye charm. Ye trawa, what if I'm born the mob no some boy. Change now or no one double. I know quite or come out to name. So what you say? So the Black Star team, Dana Mire Ajiman be doing interview. Tama on it under 20 Omokwaje World Cup for Brazil. That was 2010. Omokwaje World Cup and 20 Kwaje World Cup. Ghana ye mistakes ni say omo ye chinu. Ye build the team ni up. The jeja omo. Etino say team we ever say we school as a school. School. Ye ever say ye best student ni we school. Na say your form 3 ye best student ni we school. No more form 2 no. Man build the omo a. Omudru form 3 a school ne begu because omo control was ya na say BC ya omo de 0 grade na eba school mo emema school no so ya de agidi mbone eti Black Star no they are foreign teams no omo koso ne say other clubs na omo koso ne say we move free ho no ye say training profo we chire ho no mo omo de we move free open na mo be show ana ha say ye nim de ya ye some players oto ye ze ye mfilo unyi yes ye mfilo ni akofile we best player so obo we ani yakoyi we no na be sha say team omoko ball last week last kappa ye share ya komoro share be fi that team is different from this team at the ball match. Yes, every season be a certain ye need team e beti na bobo permanent team e ba say we there team we na ko so ne dey from mo ginem wo dey e say ye need team we dey mo gba ko say mo na be retire near the another team aba we both say free near be free near free captain banner mo come Kudus ondu hoye and some of the captain banner command it is a senior player be bobo ni bia obebe nya odo dey abobo no on for odo mo bon so what you say it you know how the became I was here restart team no you reset team back near for local players near the musician no local players me two the same o me two na bobo no eso hwe ball boy Angola match hwe boy baako o hwe goal hwe de o ya de o hwe goal Nigeria so match o boy the same thing local player na hwe goal ma mo bobo foreign team na kwede ye de mo ba ma hwe ma be hwie coach ne de ono so de Now for moon to the doors of pan because
I learned say he has come out to say he said there's no way he would resign.
Yeah, Pamo uncle.
He's just joking.
And Jaka.
He's joking.
Say Jaka because I know
he's joking.
You can't determine the other way. I was saying the whole technical team from the coach to the last person, even mama because
you see, there is no regulation, there is no seriousness in Ghana's team as I'm seeing it as at now. Because if there have to be a rule and regulation that if you go to play, well, especially when it has to do with African Cup or World Cup, and then you lose, we are not paying your money, we are not doing this. Transport, we will transport Sister you Debbie. Where you sleep, we'll take your feeding. But we are not going to give you that money. I think it will help.
Sister Debbie, no club, no bono. Every keep your $1, £1 €1. It is a year not or maybe more for normal. Wouldn't I was here to a local team. Say Kotoko has money baby.
They are doing well. Those two teams are doing well.
Money baby or higher no more club.
Even if you threaten them, they'll put in much
effort.
Because Obakache could do say Minjaga of our way. Or no about West Ham was say, with my ear Janaka. And no grand man to week. Every week be Amazon, even every week be €200 crazy. Now was a whole year, a whole 4 years. Unjaneka or the end. As you can say, Black Stars now boy and a man Western for whom or mobile flow cobo. It is no say, and I see charities begins at home. It is a Ufie now was saying, I want to so the Kayamu say on a contract. So bonny one bonny year or yes, a swan or more power number renew or more renewal by Team Yanso and was all back to Ghana.
Yeah.
It is a who you do fear year. Yeah, I said, Waba was who chrome with the Unsifio. Obey you, was who says you chromo. No, obey you, man now again a classy. Not a time as some 60 years, 70 years, near my pension. Oh, my amount pensions also. Abraboning Quay or no man. Some was a fin of our transfer.
Oh, definitely.
It is it's Black Stars the was a reset Black Stars a team.
Yes.
True.
But me a reset.
I was a reset. And now Black Stars no money tag, but money party be near or money party.
Well, you see, that's what I'm saying. Say they are trying to buttress it with politics. Where we've gotten to, there is like they should just forgo anything politics, face the issue, and deal with it accordingly. If not, that this thing will continue, and we are taking it for fun. Yesterday, it was so embarrassing. No one went there. Like, why would you even go there?
Selling tickets on top of it.
You see.
Next story.
Okay, so our next story is about Opambour Prophet, one the most controversial sufferer in the history of Ghana, and also Vim Lady and Okatakyie Afrifa. So just was it last week? Was the last 2 weeks? Vim Lady made certain comments about Prophet One, claiming say anyone who would talk against or who would talk bad about the Ghana card Sebio na dream of form. Opambour was really furious about that comment and cursed her. When your friend is saying Okatakyie Afrifa, when him say in the journalism industry they support each other. So Okatakyie Afrifa supported your friend is saying Vim Lady, saying he said what she said there's nothing wrong with it, but rather Opambour is powerless. He's a fake prophet and has no power. So whatever cases are or cursing no, don't forget it. Na way ena Opambour said that be da. Menya wo hwea na ba beka ma asem. Mekun. Ase me also bekunu. Now Okatakyie also said since you are powerless, if I die today, dear, can who say you are not the one who killed me because it is my time. Now let's look at this from a different angle. We know that pastors are humans. They have hearts, they have feelings. But the Bible itself makes us understand that we should learn to forgive. So if as a pastor you are the one teaching us, you are not practicing what you preach, you do not forgive easily, but rather how would I put it? But
You want the person to forgive you. But you preach about it. You don't want to forgive, but you want others to forgive you.
Yes, and also
time no go.
Okay, so
and no person worker.
Oh,
say, hey, one Yemfa Opambour, for example. Said na asem na ba ne ka. What the Yemfa say, Jesus Christ buy. I know say, in some nkrofo aka to no ntinu. O ngu ma ya. One the reason why I may be like a bit because obi ti be because so phone po. And now we see you.
That was what I wanted to say.
So what I say, so fumpo. And now we nimbo ne fache. So yes, ye suya Yankopon anamo. So what I say, ye okay kind Bible now. What me say, Yankopon even the Jesus Christ Bible no private for no wasem crowd them crop for ye no. Ni na actually one parable was a be woman. Na ye see ye suya Yankopon. I was so for crana would ye ni moon. Who kunipa? Wabo nipa da. Okay, see nipa mana. Though according to Bible no. Adi for me breba ya ebi enkwala bi kura kwosre ebi kura ma ema den.
Is it Elisha or Elijah?
Ekese. O hwesa curses ni na Old Testament. Meboa. New Testament na ba say oba be cleanse Old Testament no. They see New Testament ni na say obi your boni afa no. So what you etino yeah, I say bisa one say so are we going for the Old Testament or we are going for the New Testament? Say there be we no em boni na mantinya afa nche ne dia. Ene na me nya me som na me se me som na say heaven na me pese me ko no. The papa be ni mu no. So what I say, or the Bible that you are learning, how are we learning the Bible, or how are we studying the Bible? Because me say me Christo niya na say debi everybody niya, no matter how I debit, I was me the chen. So what I say, no matter how born I am, I was me the chen. Say me follow Yankopon na Monday, I was me yede, me the chen. So what I say, na obi suti baby Adia Debbie, Richard Aye Debbie, and I say the Debbie here Richard the chain in or Nutinu may when so cry the Asachra, Bonibia may a crimate the Asachra, oh Debbie into me a quaswally. And I Richard into me a quaswally. So what I say, and I bought for original so who are no money ad. What you mean to public and Casse will be your boy as a softful, as a leader. Though, would the any some the end tonching. Yeah, for Domblem. Ye nyame sem ne mfidim se mayo bonia we dey forgetting nyame and I said them ye nyame mfidim on do me a so better play me back so what is it in sa debit was
me we fisa me the way so back Vim lady has also come out to respond.
Oh me mama the minimum.
I say massa baby tina no sure no
me mama the minimum no be fire no the lady is Vim lady me mama the minimum fa
No, some people are actually facing some consequences of things they've done and they don't actually know that it is wrong. Pastors are human beings. Yes, they are human beings. So should you continue to do certain things that will pain them? I'm not saying what he did was right, but some people has taken advantage of that. He is a pastor, so I will intentionally do it. Abi is a pastor, so he has to forgive me. He's a pastor, but you should know, it is he is born of blood and water, not soil and wood, or not sobolo. It is blood and water that he was made out of. So you should not just stand up to say certain things about man of God. You see, even the Bible says that touch not my anointed one and do my prophet no harm. Wait, and do my prophet no harm. The Bible also says that no matter how false or real the person is claiming to be a man of God or not, whether you and I know whether the person is actually serving God truly or not, we have no right to speak against the person because you will be judged by what you did. Fine. This man, I don't actually know him that well, and I don't see him on social media like other pastors, international pastors of this country that used to talk a lot. the other day when we spoke about this issue, I said that what the lady said, even though she's saying something, but she didn't talk well. But the man was asking that he heard that Ghana card were used to purchase vehicles. Is it true? He didn't say anything contrary to what he said, but it's like the lady was actually misquoting what he said, and you made a statement that he's senseless, right? Yeah. You said he's senseless. We don't say that. Afrifa Okatakyie or whatever. He's my man. I like watching his movies, his shows a lot, but this one, me funny. Well, it is true, we have the privilege as media personalities to talk, but then we should be careful. When way beyond, like, it graduates into talking against leaders and prominent, like, people who are older than you in this country. It's this small petty things that you see, like, you say it for fun. At the end of the day, you end up speaking against somebody who is old enough to be your grandfather, like Kufo. We are doing things like this. We are talking everything we talk because we have the authority, democracy. I will say you also say your part. So you just come and see it. See, it is different when somebody who does not know the ethics about this work comes to talk and talk. Yes, it's good. That's why it is also good as the journalist or the presenter to correct the person, like that lady's own.
Is it who, Saliman?
No, Pokria.
Yeah,
when she was asked question and the presenter
about
could have said, yes, the presenter could have said, no, we don't say. We have people, especially TV3, when they are interviewing you, even when they know that what you are saying is true, but you are actually trying to turn it. They'll be like, no, this one we don't say it on air. They will immediately they'll just correct that statement. You get it? But we take everything normal. We take everything like just like that. So you just come out, you speak, and then you speak anyhow. Well, it is true. He has said it. Maybe I don't know whether truly that case will work or not. But I believe maybe she might face some consequences sometimes. It will never occur to her that it's because of certain. Yeah. You cannot. Let me tell you cannot joke with people and go. Somebody can say riches and stuff. When the person tells you that I will show you, he knows what he's standing on. He knows where he goes. He knows where he do his chant and things. And you and I, maybe we cannot go to the shrine. We cannot go under the sea. We cannot go and sleep in coffin and stuff. And this kind of person is telling you I will show you. You're also telling the person you will show the person. You are just joking. We should be careful. That's the only thing I can say.
Last words.
So we should just be careful. As the man of God said, you don't know. And Afrifa is also saying that he cannot do anything. Where I can after a show he will go and sleep. But I don't know where maybe the person is passing. And one thing to also advise that whether the person is good or whether the person is not good, so far as the person is a man of God and you're talking about his issue, you should be careful. And cases in there, I don't know whether it will work or not, but the best thing is that you should just be careful when you're given the opportunity to talk well. And then as journalists and so this thing too, then aside that the football this thing, they should cancel, like they should ban the whole team from top to down, sack everybody and put things in right places and order. That's the only thing that can revive this team. Aside, if not that, then it will still continue. If they like, they should keep changing coaches. Changing coaches will not solve the problem. They are using the coaches and staff to, block the main issue. So changing the coaches there, it won't solve the problem. They should look for the main problem, tackle it, and I'm sure Ghana football will revive.
Okay, sure. And DJ.
Oh, my last words, no, dear, the better tier for us. I'm on Motier already, no, so no more X, Facebook, and also TikTok. I go point the Insta Bibi and Swati. I say, and I'm also a mobile join me on the radio. And this discussion here by 12 hours. So we are going for the midday news. Right after the midday news. DJ Rock, I'm still with you. As I can say, so come my DJ Charm and the crew. So what I say, our manager Papa question, Yankopo the Asia Money na. Etino, Yankopo ama Ibesia, me adoma, Etna Wednesday, 20th of November. Yeah, we can need Johnny. Next week by this time. Hey, Mama bye, Macramo.
GhanaTalksRadio.com. Listen live.